My answer to that has always been and continues to be, why would you think Rwanda has to be in Congo, Eastern Congo? Why? If you understand why, the way to get Rwanda out of this equation is by addressing that problem. We have heard the Fdlr story, these remnants of genocide perpetrators, for the last more or less generation. Close to 30 years. It's not a fiction. It's not a myth. It's not anything created. It's a fact. So I tell people, before you even get an answer from me as to what activities we are in Congo or about or not, you have to answer me why this problem is there. Why anybody would fire artillery across our border and kill our people? Why Fdlr in 2019 in November would cross the border and kill our people in Kinigi and elsewhere? You would have to answer me why. I'm not even asking you to come and help me fix that problem. When they get across the border, we fix it. But why don't we fix that problem from the source? Why? Why are people ambiguous? And it's like when the issue of Fdlr comes up, when these questions are asked me and when I'm answering, I raise issues of Fdlr, it's like they want to escape. There is a story behind that maybe some of us don't understand. Does anyone in this world want to keep this Fdlr story going forever? Maybe there are people who want to keep it going forever. Maybe there are people who don't even care. It's their right. I have no quarrel with those. But boy, you are joking if you think some of us, Rwandans, who know the story about them, will ever agree with you. Anyone thinking like that is just absolutely mistaken. It's about us. It's about our lives. It's about our story. It's about our history. It's about our identity. It's about our existence. And nobody in this world is the one responsible for us. No, we are responsible for ourselves. There's no question about it. I keep repeating it. I say it again because that's what it is. That's a fact. If we want to change the fact through diplomacy or through politics or through interests or through whatever, well, I can only do so much. But within my means, I will do everything that can be done to make sure that that story of Fdlr and genocide and which people play around with doesn't visit us again. The rest, we can keep massaging the problem and playing around with it, and I don't know what to do about it. You know, there are these reports you hear about, reports about there's something called a group of experts. They make reports. Those who task them, one day add something else they should look at, what I've just said. Can't the experts find out for us why this story of Fdlr keeps going on? Why it has to wait until it even results into hate speech and killings and persecution that is going on currently? Can't they tell us the story? Who is behind the hate speech? Who is behind the killings? Who? What is the story of continued existence of Fdlr? Some experts need to tell us if they are worth being called the name. I know they are actually worth it. They have the capacity. But again, it's the politics, it's the diplomacy. So somebody with full expertise and knowledge and skill is just, you know, as kids, I was taught by when we were young at school, by Indian children who were going to school together in high school, how to fly kites. Kites, you know. So these experts are flown like kites. They just, no, I mean, sometimes the experts need to be experts and not be flown like kites. I'm saying all this running into the risk of boring you, but when it is my time, it is my time. I try to use it. After all, I'm taking your time after we have shared a meal, so I don't think you are hungry, and you can ask for a drink if you want. So the moment is I don't want to go back home with something left in my heart, and then I say, why did I not say this? You know, even when I'm taking a moment and pausing, I'm trying to remember something I could have forgotten, to bring it out, so that I go out of this room lighter than I came. But so those people who, yeah, but the blame should go where it should go. There's no, yes, and I think we have had these moments to tell the same leaders I'm talking about, this truth I'm telling you. Yes. This one I will tell anybody. And I had a few moments not so long ago to say this to the one that needed to be told directly. Nobody needs to keep crying about the problems they are causing and continuing to carry forward and only blames it on other people. And I hope recently those who were in the earshot of Pope Francis heard what he said. I really hope so, except if it is only to hear the message and then turn it into something else, like the communique is turned into something else. But I think he was very clear. And I'm not talking the other part which some people liked about foreign exploitation, that's also a tired story. No, but he said something else, as I heard. Talked about governance, talked about hate speech and so on and so forth, and the suffering of the people. And I think that message should have rang something in people's ears, if they are worth being leaders of people. And that's what is at stake. So please, you always bear with us. We always want to tell you things as we feel, as we think, as we see them.